Hi guys, today I have a Arteza video for you. As I'm sure some of you are aware, I have worked with them in the past. This video is marked as an ad because I am an affiliate with them. Every now and again they ask me if there's any products I want to try out, and this time around I chose their pencils. Pencils is something that obviously I've used for years, but in terms of like artist pencils, like blendable pencils, I've only ever used one other brand, which is quite an expensive one, so I wanted to give theirs a go and see kind of how they compare a bit. I'm not going to be comparing them in this video, but if that is something you want to see, then let me know down below and I can do another video comparing the two. So this was the main thing that I wanted them to send me, which is their 120 coloured pencils expert kit. I am no expert, let me tell you that to start with. I'm very much a learn as I go kind of person, so I'm sure there's plenty of techniques that I don't know yet, but I've gone ahead and used them as I think I'm meant to use them. So I do know some sort of techniques, but yeah, don't know them all. So I've played around with them and had a go, and they sent me this set, which is their 33-piece drawing set. This set I can straight away say is a really good set if you're looking to start drawing. I know it says expert on the front, which might be off-putting, but if you are someone who wants to try drawing, this set comes with pretty much everything you're going to need. You might not know how to use some of the things in here. I don't even know how to use all of the things in here, but you have it all here, so you can learn to use it because you have everything you need. So in here it says on the front, I think, you've got 4H to 14B drawing pencils. There's also 2 woodless graphite pencils. There's a white pencil, there's 3 charcoal pencils, there's a fine liner, there's this thing, which I'm not particularly sure how I'm meant to use this. It has a white tip, but I don't think it's a white pencil. I'm not quite sure. That's something I'm going to have to look into, and it has a brush on the end, so yeah. You also have a knife for sharpening. You have these as well, which I think they're just paper, like rolled up paper. Again, I'm not quite sure what these are for because I am no professional drawer. You have a kneaded eraser and you have a plastic eraser and a sharpener, like a normal sharpener. So it comes with a lot of stuff. It's just a really decent set to kind of start off if you want to just play around with things. I really want to have a go at playing around with the charcoal pencils, and also at some point I want to have a sketch with the like normal pencils so I can kind of get a feel for all the different HBs, 3Bs, 2Bs, B's and H's basically. I did take art as a lesson at school, but I was very much, funny enough, drawn to the more like practical, like making, collaging, paint sort of side of it. The fine art, like sketching, drawing, that sort of thing. I had a level of knowledge in it and interest in it, but it just didn't capture me quite as much as the paint and stuff. So yeah, my knowledge on pencils and stuff like that isn't tip-top, but I know the basics. So that is the drawing set. So this is the main thing that I wanted to try out, and it's the 120 set of colouring pencils. On the front it says 120 unique colours, artist quality, 4mm lead, break resistant, blendable and acid free. They do come in a tin just like the drawing set, and on the lid of the tin you've got all of the colours and numbers and stuff like that, which is really handy. I've obviously used these, so some of them are shorter than the others and some of them probably aren't in the right place because once I've taken out like a few at a time from different levels, I can't remember where to put them. I'm going to try and get them all out so you can see just how many pencils you get. It's definitely not all going to fit in frame. I think one of the biggest cons about this set is how they're packaged, because it's just not ideal. Because these are so flimsy and wobbly, and this is the only bit that you have to pinch, and it's like smooth plastic, so it's kind of slippery, and I just feel like I'm going to drop them every time I take one out. I do think it's great how it's like in a compact tin and everything, but they do have like pencil cases that you could get to transfer them into. They might all fit in frame. Kind of ish. They sort of all fit in frame. Okay, let's just move, okay. So these are all the pencils. The other set of blendable pencils I have, I think I only have the 48 set, and in that set there is no grey. This set though has a really nice variety of greys, so I was very happy about that. The pencils themselves are really nice. They're just like a plain colour pencil, and at the end of each pencil you have the name and the colour number, so you know which pencil is which because it has its number on it. You don't have to refer to the tin all the time if you don't want to. This is a complete and utter stationery nerd thing to say, but the smell of these pencils is wonderful. It just smells like classrooms and like nostalgia, and oh, yeah. Just really, really good. And I have a feeling a few of you will relate to me on that. And even if you don't, just humour me so I don't sound completely crazy. Thank you. Appreciate it. So these are all the pencils. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've jumbled them up. They're not all how they were when they arrived. I was debating kind of making all the greens on one tray, all of the reds on another tray, all of the blues, etc, etc, because I did find myself kind of jumping from colour to colour when I was drawing. So this tray has greens here, this tray has greens here, this one has some here, this one has some down here, so it was like I was going through and pulling out all of the trays, whereas if I laid them out so I had all the greens on one tray, that would kind of make my life a little easier, so I might do that at some point. So you get 5 trays of pencils in there. The tin itself is obviously quite chunky, but once they're all in there it is pretty easy to store, and it's the same size tin as the drawing set, so they stack quite easily together, which is nice. I was going to draw in this video, but I decided not to because I know that when I'm drawing I tend to do it in more than one sitting. So this is something I drew a week or so ago. It took me about 10 hours, kind of spread over a couple of days. If you don't know what this is from Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has been something that I have been playing pretty much non-stop since it came out. I'm a little obsessed with it, but I really love some of the designs of like the shops and stuff that are in the game. So this is the first little shop in the game that you get, so I wanted to draw it and I did. So I only used the Arteza pencils, both the drawing set and the colouring pencils. So I started off obviously sketching it out with the drawing pencils, and then I gradually coloured it in. As you can see down here, I was using this to kind of test the pencils just to see what colours each of them were, and then writing the number next to them so I knew which pencil was which when it came down to it. I did take some progress photos, so I'll insert those into this video so you can see how the colouring kind of developed over time. But pretty much when it comes to blendable pencils, you kind of layer up gradually. If I bring you closer, you can see how there's no white gaps or anything at all. Like, you can't see the paper at all. In the photos though, you can kind of see the paper through it. I basically kept layering colours until I was happy, and then I went back in with the lightest colour and covered up all of the white dots that I could see. So for example, when I was doing the wooden bit, I chose the lightest brown and filled that in, and with the blues I chose the lightest blue and filled all the dots in. Something I did notice is the pencils kind of molted or like shed. I don't know how else to explain it. This could be a technique thing that I have not learnt yet, I don't know. But you can see there's loads of like little dots and stuff on the paper, which is where, as I was colouring in, little bits of the pencil kind of came off and I would blow them away, and then I'm pretty sure I just ended up putting my hand over it and smushing them into the paper. I know that a lot of artists use a bit of paper or something to cover. I'm pretty sure that technique is to stop smudging when you're sketching and stuff. I don't know, might try it next time. If you have any tips on how to prevent all these like pencil dots from happening, then please let me know. I'm still learning, I can draw stuff, but yeah, all the techniques aren't quite tip-top just yet. In terms of prices, to start with, this sketch pad comes in a pack of 2 and you get 2 pads with 80 sheets for $19.99. There's a lot of paper in this pad, so you definitely get your money's worth there. The set of 120 colouring pencils is $64.99. I did have a look at the price of the other brand of pencils that I've used in the past on Amazon, and it was basically double the price of these, which I know they're very decent pencils as well, but these work brilliantly and they're half the price. So yeah, if I was to choose, I probably would choose these. This does come in smaller sets as well. You can get a set of 72 pencils for $29.99, or you can get the set of 48 pencils for £17.57, I think it was. The drawing set is £32.99. Again, definitely think it's worth the money if you're starting out. I think that only comes in one size. I don't think there's a smaller set or a bigger set. And with all those prices, obviously you can get 10% off when you use my code. So I have my affiliate link and the code and stuff in the description. I know that these have been out of stock recently, so if they're out of stock when this video goes live, I'll keep an eye on it on the website, and then when it is back in stock I will be sure to share on like Instagram and stuff. So if you are looking to buy and it's out of stock, don't worry, I will keep an eye on it. So that is my first impression on their blendable colouring pencils and their drawing set. I am very much looking forward to having another go at drawing. The only downfall at the moment is my time. I don't have a ton of time to be sitting and doing 10-hour drawings back to back, but eventually I will have time to draw again, and I will be grabbing for these because I really enjoyed doing this drawing, and I really want to do some more Animal Crossing drawings. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing a time lapse of a drawing, let me know down below. I never know whether it's worth recording because it's not quite the same as my usual content, and they are very time consuming to record. But yeah, if it is something you want to see, then let me know down below and I will consider it. If you do have any questions, then you can also leave those down below as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.